Hey queens, welcome to my channel. It's your favorite Jamafrican queen. Today we are getting into tips that help me buy wigs online successfully. If that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is density. Density is the amount of volume that a wig is going to have. Typically, you're going to have a density of 150%, 180%, 200, and 250. Those are typically the average densities that they have. However, there are a plethora of other densities that wig companies carry. It really just depends on the one that you're choosing from. Another important piece of information is understanding that pictures on websites can be deceitful. You can see a wig online and it looks extremely voluminous. However, the wig that you're going to receive might not be as voluminous because it doesn't have the right density, or you may not have chosen the right density. The smaller the density, so 150, is going to be a lot thinner than the 200 density. Typically, whenever I'm buying wigs, the minimum that I go with is 180%. I like to have a little bit of volume. If I do 180%, I'm doing a bone straight wig. This is a wig that I'm not going to add curls to. If I'm going to get a curly wig, I typically go for a more voluminous density, like 200, 250, because I don't want my curls to be few, far, and in between. I don't like thin curls. I like it to be extremely thick. I love volume. Volume makes my face look slimmer, in my opinion. So I want to give you a little example on how pictures can typically be deceitful. Okay, so here I am on the Asteria hair wig website, and I'm looking at this body weight wig. They have 3 different options: 180%, 200%, and 250% whenever it comes to their density of their wigs. To me, just looking at this picture, it looks like she has 250 density. But if you buy this wig at 180% density, because it's cheaper that way, your hair is not going to come out like this because it's going to be on the thinner side. It's not going to be as dense. So you need to make sure that whenever you are buying wigs and you're looking at the pictures, you want to make sure that you are buying the density that is going to suit the style that you have visualized in your head. The next thing that we're going to get into is cap size. So what you see on your screen is hairvivi's website, and we're just going to look at this Victoria wig. With this wig, they are going to give you 3 different options for your cap size. So you have 21.5 inches, you have 22.5 inches for a medium wig, and 23.5 inches for a large wig. So the way that you're going to measure your circumference of your head for your cap size is you just want to take like a tape measure, and you are going to start here and you're going to measure all the way around the circumference of your head. That's how you're going to get your cap size. It's very important for you to just start with your cap size. If you order a cap that's too small, you're going to notice that your frontal is not going to sit by your ear tabs. If you cut the frontal, you are not able to return it. You're stuck with the wig. And there's only so much you can do with a wig that doesn't fit. If your wig is too large, then you're going to notice your braids are hanging out of the back. It probably won't fit around the circumference of your head comfortably. So there just may be a little bit of space or a gap between your nape and the back of the wig. I don't know. I think I said that right. I think that's the nape. And like I said, if there are no choices, when you order your wig, you are going to get the average cap size, which is 22.5. So please make sure that you are a 22.5 wig cap size before you order wigs. I really only buy wigs from stores that have a variety of cap sizes just because I do have to get the large. Sometimes I have ended up getting smaller wigs that don't fit around the circumference of my head. And I do order replacement hairlines. I do have a video on how I add those if I get a smaller wig. I'll just leave it here. I always point in the wrong direction. Now we're going to get into lace frontal versus closure. So let's start with closures. The types of closures that I see are a 5x5, They have 7x7, but I think those are more if you buy from vendors. And then sometimes they have like the T part, they have like the 2x2s. The average one that most wig companies carry would be the 5x5. That's really the only one I really see. And so what that means is you're going to get a lace, right? It's a closure. Your closure is going to be 5 inches of circumference. Like the circumference of your closure will be 5 inches. So probably about like right here. The other 5 inches is how much parting space you're going to get. I typically stay away from closures just because I don't like when the wind blows and people can see that there's actually nothing there. I have a really hard time with that, so I really don't buy closures. Closures are a great option if you're not going to be in windy places. And if you're on a budget, because closures are honestly a lot more cheaper than just buying the frontals. Another thing is closures also help you save your edges in this area because your frontals come all the way down here. Now, lace frontals. These frontals are typically 13x4 or 13x6. So what that means is the 13 is going to be the circumference. So you have the circumference of 13, so that's more of like your ear tab to ear tab. That's the lace that you can see on my wig. Then you're going to either get 4 inches of parting space or 6 inches of parting space. That's how far back your lace frontal is going to go. No matter where you part it, there's going to be about 4 inches of parting space. Typically, when you get closer to your ear tabs, there won't be that 4 inches of parting space because you're not really going to part all the way over here. But thinking about like around this area, it's going to have a solid 4 inches, side part, middle part, what have you. Now, another thing that you have to pay attention to is the type of lace that you're going to get. There's transparent, brown. I really don't know if anyone sells brown lace anymore, but that's an option. And then you have HD lace. So transparent lace, transparent is on the undetectable side, but it's not as undetectable as HD lace. Transparent is a great option if you want HD lace, but you don't want to pay the HD lace price. You can always hide transparent lace. It is something that you can do, but it's not as easy as hiding HD lace. So I'm not saying that it can't be undetectable. It can, but HD lace is just a lot more undetectable than transparent. Brown lace, don't do it. Just don't do it. I don't even want to explain it. It literally says itself. Brown lace, you're not going to be able to tint that. You need to be able to tint your lace to your skin tone so it's undetectable. HD lace is typically what everyone is wearing at this point. HD lace is just how it sounds, high definition lace. This is the lace that's undetectable. This is the lace that you're going to wear out in the sun and people are going to say scalp. You know, like this is gonna give you scalp. But the only way that it can give you scalp is if you know how to melt it and how to tint your lace. Those are all things for another video. So there is another lace called clear lace. And with clear lace, this one, so there's HD, but clear lace is extremely undetectable. I have had that baby, you will not be able to tell me that that's not growing out my scalp. Clear lace is everything. The only con about clear lace is probably after like the first 2 days, because it's so thin, even if you just make the slightest frown, you're going to see the lace buckle or budge. I have no idea, but I'm gonna leave a video in here. It's from Simone Charisse. She shows you how to fix it, but you can just see like what I'm talking about. It does buckle and it becomes detectable because it buckles. But the first application, that's growing out of your scalp. Okay, so just a few bonus tips. Always make sure that you're reading the reviews before you buy any wigs. Look at the pictures. People are going to take pictures because a lot of the wig companies give coupons and money for just providing really good reviews and adding pictures. Sometimes it is a little hard to sift through reviews because a lot of people are really just trying to get money for their next wig, but just really do your research on the company. Make sure you look at their Instagram, See if they are using a lot of their content or a lot of content from other creators that they don't own. Because that's another thing. You can follow hair companies and they really do steal a lot of content from creators. So you just have to be careful about that, because you'll end up thinking that this is a wig that they sell, and the whole time it's a wig that doesn't even exist on their website. I actually made that mistake. I bought a wig from Asteria Hair, and it's actually the wig you see right now. I bought a wig from Asteria Hair. This wig sheds like crazy, and we went from 250 density to, I'm pretty sure I have about 150 or 160 density in this wig. So please make sure that you are being conscientious of reviews that say that it sheds a lot, reviews that say that it tangles a lot. Those are all key components in being able to maintain and keep your wig for more than a year. If you're going to spend $300 on a wig, it should last you a whole year. Not 5 months, not 6 months, not 2 months, not 3 months. It should last you at least a year. It's an investment. Make it an investment. And then another thing that I kind of do is you just want to always make sure that you're looking for discount codes. Join the programs that they have. See whatever discount codes you can use. I will say it is okay to buy wigs based on YouTube reviews. I think the unsponsored ones are a little bit more accurate than the sponsored ones. I've noticed that a lot of wig companies will send creators that they're paying better quality wigs than the ones that they actually send out to customers. And I've noticed that in like comments that I see from people, as well as just my experience with a bunch of different wig companies. If you guys would like me to review any of the wig companies that I've tried thus far, just leave a comment down below and I can definitely make a video so we can kind of discuss the pros and cons of the different wig companies that I've tried. I've already kind of given you one that didn't work out so well. But other than that, I really hope this helps. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just go ahead and leave them down in the comment section. Also, I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this, please help me out and subscribe so your girl can be a part of the YouTube Partner Program. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.